Uh, so y'all know Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis is 42 West partner. That's his new event facility. Hey, Kevin. Good morning. Kevin was
How
drafted
you
by the
doing?
Atlantic Hawks in '84, and so he has a new venture in Atlanta. It's called 42 West. He's coming on with his partner Lauren. Lauren is on too. She's about to come on as well. Y'all, welcome to the Rolling Out AM wake up call. How
Well,
you
good
feeling
morning.
today? Good
I'm all
morning.
Good
right. Trying
morning.
to get it going. Trying to keep it there. That's all.
I love it. Love it. So let's get
How you guys
to
doing?
know this facility. Like, so tell us about 42 West, what it is, where it's located, what type of events you guys hold there. How did you even come up with the concept to do a restaurant or a event facility, especially amidst COVID?
Well, I think at that particular time, I think the timing of it was good because it allowed me mentally just to get my head around something. I wasn't never pressed, never, pressed to get things done because with COVID, people were kind of, staying low key, not getting around a lot. So I took advantage of that opportunity to say, okay, let me go out and try to find a location that would suit my other business. And I found it, but there was a space that was a little bit too big. So when I met Lauren, we just instantly connected, and we kind of understood what she was trying to do, and I had the space for it. So we got to talking, and 2 or 3 months later, we ended up putting a deal together, saying, "Hey, why don't we create this amazing event?" As you know, she's been in the business for a long time, and it was a no-brainer for me because being here in Atlanta as long as I've been here, with my relationships, being my professional career started here, it was just a great fit for me.
I love
Awesome.
that. Okay,
I
Ty.
love it too. So what I have learned via research in
Hmm.
pandemics, like seriously, I feel like there's so many people that really go into a serious grind, focus, like
Hmm.
narrow focus mode, and really find out exactly what their mission, what their purpose is, and they go all the way in. They do
That's
collaborations
true.
and partnerships. It just really, and it sounds like you've done that and you've kind of evolved it into a
Lauren.
restaurant, an event space, and you've partnered, which is amazing. Regardless of whether it's a
Yes. Thank you.
pandemic, we know that pandemics create millionaires and billionaires. So I'm here for it.
Yes.
Well,
And
well,
welcome to
thank
the
you.
show, Lauren.
Morning.
Lauren just came on as well. Lauren
Thank
is an
you.
award-winning event planner. And we were talking about your new venture, 42 West. So
Yeah.
Kevin obviously gave us his spiel on how it came about, but you talked to us about how did you get in collaboration with Kevin as well? Like, how did you two meet, and how did you? I don't know if you pitched it to him or if you were just like, "Hey, I'm in the events. This is what I think we should do." So,
So it was magic. I'm just kidding. I mean, pretty close to magic as you can get. So I was on a journey of trying to move into a different phase of the event industry, which the only part that I hadn't personally touched was actually owning my own event venue. I've worked for many. I've been on every part of the industry, whether it's working on cruise ships all the way to hotels to, I own my own event planning firm. So this was
mhm.
it. So I was on my next step, and we had a real estate agent that was helping me trying to find space and helping Kevin find space for his clothing line. And he basically said, "Hey, the space is too big for Kevin, and you're looking for space. Why don't we put you guys together and see if maybe you want to just rent space, the additional space from what Kevin's doing?" And I was like, "Okay, great." Well, I met Kevin, and I mean, he's a staple in the city, so everyone knows how amazing he is. Meeting new to the city, meeting new to Atlanta from Los Angeles, I heard the name, but didn't realize how awesome he was. And we basically said, hey, we've got an idea. Instead of you doing your stuff on the right side and me doing stuff on the left side, why don't we join forces and bring all of our magic together and create something that is pretty spectacular? And here we are.
Wow, love it.
Yeah.
So,
There's
what do you guys? Okay,
What's that?
Ty.
No, I was just saying there's serious power in collaboration. The year 2021 has been seriously like so successful with people collaborating. So I just can't wait to hear more about 42 West and what you all have going on, or when is have you already opened the doors? When is the grand opening?
Well, right now we're in the process of constructing and building things out and making it look all amazing. And that's going to take another month or so. We have some things that we've ordered that still have to come in. So we're a month or so out. But overall, it's been a great project. It's been a fun project, and when we open this, when we do the grand opening, it's going to have that big wow effect to it, and hopefully by then we have a better understanding where we're going with this pandemic, and because we don't want to, we're cautious of not having a lot of people at one time in the event space with this pandemic going on like it is, but as we take it day by day, week by week, month by month, hopefully we get a little further past this thing where we can, when we do the event, it'll be a big satisfactory for us.
I love it. Lauren, so you've been in the event space for years, right? You have your own firm, and you know it from front to back. What type of events do you see this space specializing in? Like what type of events?
Yeah, so the unique kind of model of what we're doing is it comes, the event space comes with a top tier price for rental. But the reason for that is our hope is not to slam the venue with event after event after event throughout the month, but to leave open gaps for us to give back to local charities and local nonprofits. So the way the business model is set up is have a really high-end product that our high-end clients are going to pay for, but then turn around and make the space available for local Atlanta inner city nonprofits that want to use the space that would normally never have access to space like that. There's a lot of nonprofits and charities that kind of have to go to a lower tier space because they don't have the money to spend, or they don't have the resources to put themselves in a really nice venue. So there's two give back components to it. There's one, every event that comes in has a mandatory give of a certain dollar amount to charity of their choice, which we'll give them a list, but it has to be an inner city Atlanta kind of nonprofit. And then also offsetting the cost for us to be able to donate the space to nonprofits that want to do the space, who want to enjoy the space. So the clients that will be coming will be anywhere from high-end entertainment, sports, red carpets, huge kind of celebrity events and stuff like that. And then throughout the rest of the month, there'll be events for, nonprofits that want to use the space.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
What do you all want to give back to the nonprofits? Because so Atlanta has, I don't know, like a whole lot of spaces, right? But all of them aren't as nice. And two, they're really expensive. So what made you all just really say, okay, we want to have a focus for nonprofits? Do you all have a nonprofit, and where did that focus come from?
Well, I have a nonprofit. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lauren.
No, I was just going to say, we both, when you asked how this all came about, one of the very first conversations we had was about our nonprofits. It wasn't about
Right.
event spaces. It wasn't about any of that stuff. It was about our nonprofits. And I was involved in running a camp for homeless and underprivileged children, underserved children for 18 years. He, Kevin, which I'll let him talk about, his nonprofit currently runs a nonprofit for inner city at-risk youth. And so that was the baseline. That was the bare minimum, just short of wanting to embrace each other for all the good work we've done. We knew that when we started something, that was going to have to be a part of it. There was it was unspoken and spoken. It was just something we knew we were going to do. I currently run a nonprofit called S'more Smiles that provides a camp experience for children in hospitals. That won't be a charity that is an option to give back to, only because it doesn't directly impact Metro Atlanta in the sense that kids come from all over the country to show us. So it's that charity is not going to be one to choose from, but that's where my heart lies. But Kevin has a great charity that I'll let him talk about.
Which is Atlanta Children's Foundation, which my brother and I started back in 2002. And our primary focus is foster care kids. The forgotten kids who, once you sort of get to the age of 9, 10 years old, it's kind of hard to get adopted. Families typically don't want kids that sort of are a little older, a little bit more advanced. So the further you go up in age, 12, 13, 14 years old, it becomes very, very hard and difficult to get placement. And so we created a what we call the Village, which is approximately 200 acres of land that we acquired. And we built this out primarily for foster care kids. We service about 16 to 17 counties throughout Georgia for these kids. And we have transitional kids. We have kids that will stay there year round. Once they age out of the foster care system at 18, which they've actually extended to 21 years old. But at 21 years old, being a foster care kid, what do you know? You still don't have the experience. You still don't have the expertise, the life skills really to go out on your own and it's yourself. So we have a program where these kids can stay there until they get 21 years old and begin to learn life skills, trade. We partnered with one of the local colleges there. So if a kid, a lady, or a guy or a girl wants to go back and get their degree, that we have that opportunity. If they want to learn about soft skills, pick up a trade, all that stuff that we offer at our facility, and gaining and building back their trust, building back their self-esteem, giving them an opportunity, letting them know that we believe in them, someone cares about them, and someone loves them, and showing them that family value, giving them that support that they need. So once they go out into society, they can maintain, they're confident, they feel that, you know what, someone believed in me, and so I'm going to go out and give this to someone else. So that's what it's about for us.
I love it. That is such an amazing and incredible organization. Yes, we definitely applaud you for that. I'm just curious, when you and your brother started the organization in 2002, what was your inspiration for doing it? Do you have a connection to foster care, or it was just...
No, it's not really the foster care that we've been connected to. It's just what's in our hearts, because when we were kids and coming out of Detroit, we
All
were
right,
just
Detroit,
young.
what up, though?
Oh, you know it, East
What up,
Side.
though? What up, though?
Oh,
I'm in Detroit
Right.
right now.
And so someone, I'll never forget, when I was 12 years old, single parent, my mom was a single parent, and even though my dad was around, but obviously they didn't live in the same household, but someone in our neighborhood sold into our lives, and they gave us an opportunity to play sports. They kept us focused on doing something that was positive, and it was just one father that sort of corralled about 16 young men and said, hey, we're going to play baseball. We're going to keep you focused. We're gonna make sure that you go to school, things like that. And so that's sort of where it started for me personally, because it was like this guy didn't have to do that. And so
Mm-hmm.
as I took those young learning tools that he gave us, and I applied them as I got older, and I got off to high school and I got off to college, and it was like, wow, I never knew I was gonna go pro until obviously almost my senior year in college, and it was like, if I ever get in the position to give and help someone else, well, I'm gonna do it, because I never forgot what someone did for me. And so here we are now. Oh my God, years and years later, it's like this is what is part of the whole plan that God had for me. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna bless you to do this, and I'm gonna see what you do with that blessing. And so now I'm
Wow.
just passing it forward. That's it. Easy. That's easy doing for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
love
apparently
it, love it,
both
love it.
have a huge and amazing heart, because when Portia and I asked you the questions of what's the foundation and why you're doing it, or even not just 42 West, but also your nonprofits, the both of you, I don't know if you know this, but the both of you said, well, it's near and dear to my heart. So
Right.
definitely love that you all are paying it forward, and you know, really listening to that inner being or that inner person saying, okay, let me
Yes.
see what connects to me.
Yeah. And
So
and
what's
it's
the
easy
first event?
because
Like 42 West. I know y'all have
yeah.
event. Lauren, I see you smiling like I got a lineup of like, I'm just ready.
We get called every day. Unfortunately, right now, you know, we can't put all the people in there that want, you know, we get tons of calls for 400 people, and we just can't do it right now. We can't be a super spreader venue. So
Right.
we
Yes,
are going,
that part.
yeah, and you know, I'm very serious about that, and so is Kevin. I mean, when we're presented with something and Kevin and I talk about it, both of us are at the same time like, no, we can't do it just yet. So we are staying very true to what the goals of our community are in regards to health and wellness. And unfortunately, it's gonna, you know, that's every day the venue's not, you know, doing business is the day that is not good. So but it's the risk that we're taking, because we know Atlanta needs this space. We've, you know, all of our vendors that come through are like, wow, this is what we need. This is what the West Side needs. And so the first event is slotted for late May, kind of like a grand opening, tied in with another event, a movie kind of connection, which can't talk about right now. But so hopefully that will happen. But we are, like I said, we've got some stuff that is coming from all over the world. You know, all our supplies are coming from all over the world. And with COVID, that's slowed down a lot, you know, with shipments.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty convinced some of our stuff was stuck in the Suez Canal for a while. When the boat yeah. So, but to answer your question, the interest is there, and we're excited to get open, and we're excited to welcome, you know, people into the space, and we're excited for people to pay for the space and know that their money is going to something that's ultimately going to help the city at large. So
yes.
I love it, love it, love it. Where can people find information? How can people get in contact with you? When are you going to start taking bookings? All of that.
Yeah. So we'll start taking, we will book we will book stuff, you know, starting now. But we will not for the next year or so, we won't be booking over a certain amount of people. And we're going to have to see what that number is going to change, because depending on the event, are they going to be outside or are they going to be inside? We are one of the very few event spaces, if not the only event space on the West Side that has outdoor space. That holds up to about 250, and it's covered by a beautiful canopy of trees. It's very private. So listen, if a group of 100 people want to do an event in 3 weeks outside, you know, then we'll definitely do that. So yeah, but it's a moving target right now because of COVID, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and where can we follow you guys? Where can we find you, find out more information, all of that great stuff?
So everything 42 West Entertainment Group 42west.com, 42 West Entertainment Group on Instagram, 42 West Entertainment Group on Facebook. And then we're right off Huff Road. So if anyone's driving by, they can come by and say hi. It's a bit of shambles right now, but we're Kevin's warm and affectionate, and I am too. And we're giving everybody elbow pumps as they drive by or come by and see what's going on. So we're excited.
Love it. Okay, and personally, social media wise.
Yeah.
Personally, on a personal note, Lauren Pellissier, you can find me there, but hang out on the business side. I'm not too interesting.
Okay, and what about you, Kevin? What about you?
Sarah, let me hear that question one more time.
Social media wise, where can we follow you social media wise?
Oh man, my social media sucks, man.
We need to get you a social media manager.
You know what? I'm looking. Believe me, I am looking for one. Believe me, I am looking for one.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but,
we got to get you one of these interns. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I know. I gotta find a good one. Yeah, that's true. But I will once I get by all this build out stuff. I'll circle back around to it.
You said you about the business. Okay, well, much success to both of you. I'm sure
Thank
Rolling
you.
Out will probably be hanging out at the venue and having some outdoor experiences soon, I'm sure.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm in Detroit though, but I'll be trekking to Atlanta sometime this summer. So
Okay.
I'm
in
stop by.
So,
Y'all send us an invitation.
yes.
Yeah.
Lauren will definitely take care of that. No problem at all.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
absolutely.
The more the merrier. I love you ladies.
Of course, you come on fly
Yeah.
down to Atlanta so we can at least go and see it. You know, just take a
So
trip.
y'all know
sis.
I got my
Take a trip.
second shot. I got my second vaccination, so I'm fully vaccinated. So I'll
Okay.
be down there probably within the next, I don't know, month or two.
Yay!
See,
Yeah.
that's the information. So yeah.
We'll
Right.
be there.
Love to have you.
Okay, we'll make it
All
happen,
right, ladies.
guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We appreciate
Take
you
care.
so much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right.